When I began my medical career, I took an oath. First, do no harm. With those 4 words, I vowed to protect my patients from all forms of disease, including injustice. Now, I need America to do the same for me. I am a future doctor, but I'm also an undocumented American.
I was born in Mexico, and my family moved to the United States when I was 10 years old. And really the decision behind moving to the US was because of great financial instability where we lived. So my parents made the journey to come to the US to expand the opportunities for us. And we came with a visa, and that visa was overstayed.
I grew up in Arizona, about 5 hours from the Mexico-US border. Raids were common, and I remember feeling afraid. I couldn't control the uncertainty my family faced every day, but I could control how hard I worked. School became my refuge. I found safety in my books.
It wasn't until high school that I started to really realize what it meant to not have papers. When my peers were getting ready to apply for a driver's license, for instance, I found out I couldn't apply for a driver's license. When everyone was thinking of applying for a college, I found out very few universities, if any, considered undocumented students. As everyone else moved forward, I stayed in the same place. And there were times when I started to believe maybe the system didn't see me, that I was sort of invisible.
The uncertainty surrounding my status, and the status of other dreamers like me, has been in the news a lot lately.
A few weeks ago, my classmates and I decided to come together and write a piece on DACA that really highlighted the people, the humans behind this executive order. And we knew there was a risk with doing this, providing our names and kind of putting a face to the issue. But I think it has come to a point where you can't hide anymore.
Today, there are about 100 medical students in the United States who are covered by DACA. Without the protection DACA gives us, we won't be able to continue our medical training. Years of hard work would be thrown away. Years of training wasted.
Sure, you can consider possibly going to another country and finish your medical training. But I see this as my country. This is my home, and this is where I want to serve.
DACA recipients are not only medical students. We are teachers, engineers, cancer researchers, and soldiers too.
All of these students and immigrants who have integrated themselves into society, what happens there? What do the employers do? Do you fire everyone? As a university, do you withdraw acceptances from students who have entered into your school? So I think it, as a country, really raises the question of who are we and what are we going to do for these individuals who are essentially American in every way but paper.
Congress will decide my fate. Anti-immigrant rhetoric will continue. But I'd ask you to remember that this is a human issue. Think about the contributions I can make, but also remember my humanity.
From the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, I make a conscious effort to keep up with what's going on. All that I'm reading is a discussion about me without me there. It's a discussion of me as this thing that is not human. We're seen as pawns of the system, as a way to hold something hostage in an effort to bring forward another agenda. And when you realize what's happening, it's really hard sometimes to not feel sad, to not feel afraid, and for me, sometimes to feel used. I don't know, it really begs questions of what makes someone American. Define American. Who is it? Who is an American? And is it just those that can contribute in some skillful way? Those that have merit? And really what happens with, I think, this immigration issue will define who we are as a country in a much bigger sense. Being in the vulnerable place I am now, the only sense of comfort that I have is knowing that I have been here before. When I graduated from high school, I didn't know how I was going to go to college, but I still was able to find a way within that system. When I graduated from college, I didn't know how I was going to go to med school, and DACA provided a doorway into that process. Now that I'm very close to ending medical school, I don't know how I'm going to finish my medical training. I see myself as a thoracic surgeon when I think of myself in the future. I don't see that dream being destroyed. And I don't see it destroyed because I think that at the end of the day we will win. I think something good will come